Well, we'll start with the shot of the babies today. These are all my cherry tomatoes here. My borage seed must have gone bad because I only got one of those to come up. These were all supposed to be borage, but they didn't take off. Here's my lemon tree. Planted that from seed from a lemon, countertop lemon. And this is a combination of peppers, jalapenos, I believe, and some cayenne. And then over in the corner you see some, these would be eggplants, these ones here. And then there's the sister and brother of Mr. Lemon Tree, along with some other random things that are growing. Little baby cilantro starting there. These are all my squashes I'm trying to get going. I see one is just peeking out right there. I believe that's a star and moon watermelon, actually. I really have to get better at labeling. I've got a flat of corn I'm trying to get to come up. I don't know if that's going to work out. And also another flat here of different kinds of peppers. These, I believe, are the green peppers and a saved jalapeno that I've been saving for over the last couple of years. Just planted those the other day, was waiting for them to pop up. So let's go take a look at what's going on in the rest of the garden. There's my grapes. I never had grapes before. I think I need to trim these somehow. They're a little wild. All the ones I've ever seen are kind of trained in kind of straight lines, and this is just kind of growing all over. These are muscadines. I'm fairly certain. We'll find out when we start getting some. But that's pretty cool. If I could, for one video, keep my finger out of the way, that'd be great. There's a hot, gigantic nuisance. All right. Tomato plants are still doing pretty good. We got flowers. I've actually got a tomato, first tomato of the year, right there. So he's coming up. And like I said, I've got them interspersed with some bean plants, which are coming up here and there. I don't know what's with the uneven growth. I don't know if it's sunlight, if it's just unequal. I didn't mix the soil up enough, so we got some different nutrient density or what's going on. My store-bought onions here, that I already cut those onions up, put them in the ground, and cooked with them, and then I put the ends in the ground, so these are all coming up. A new little basil plant I bought, it was like 79 cents. I got like 2 or 3 plants out of it, so I picked up a little basil plant. The celery. This pot here is a mixture of a bunch of loose seeds that were in the bottom of my seed box, so I just threw them in there to see what comes up. It's kind of an experiment. Last week I went to Walmart and they had blueberry bushes on sale. So it came in this bucket here. All of these blueberry plants were all in that one bucket, but I broke them apart, broke up the root ball, and put them each in their own pot to see which ones are going to grow and which ones won't grow. Hopefully out of that one bucket I'm going to get, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blueberry plants there. Plus I got some little itty bitties that they don't look too good, but they're here. They look like they might not make it, but I threw them in there along with the other part of that basil that was 79 cents. This bed isn't doing anything. It seems to be stunted. And I don't know, again, I might not have mixed up everything just right in here, but we're getting dangerously close. You can see the yellow leaves. These are just, those are daikon radish, and they should just shoot up, but they're not. So there's a chance that in another video I might just take out whatever I can take out of here and just redig this whole bed and start over again, mix some cow manure and some other things to see if I can't get that to take off any better than it's doing, because it's depressing me. These are mixed herbs. Again, we got some oregano over here. I believe we have basil over in this area here, and the chives should be coming up. This is almost all basil. This is the first hedge that I planted here. Again, if you remember, this is my broccoli and marigolds and a few tomato plants. Looks like somebody has been walking through my garden. Well, that's no good. But they're coming up nice. Hopefully we'll get some broccoli out of here before it gets too hot. The cabbages are going gangbusters. They're really kicking along really good. And also the tomato plants planted behind them. And this pot here these are cauliflowers, but they're drooping. I think I know I over planted this one. Again, we're gonna see what happens to this. I'm gonna give it a little while, see if it starts to look any better. I might have to thin them out. Maybe when I redo that other bed, I'll move some of these plants over there, but I doubt they'll actually produce cauliflower before it gets too hot. My green bean bed. Green beans are coming up really good over here. This is a very different situation than what we have at the bed right next door to it. The ones in the middle there, of course, those are sunflowers coming up. When the sunflowers get up high enough, I'm going to plant pole beans around them to climb the sunflowers. And that about rounds it out. Again, this front side of the bed is not doing very well. I don't know what the deal is with that. But the back side seems to be doing fine. I got a sweet potato vine here. I grew it off a little sweet potato I had. I'm going to see if I can't get it to jump up a little bit more. And some more oregano and I believe lavender in those two pots there. So that's what's happening. I didn't post last week because I didn't have very much to say. The back side of my property where I've got a lot of the squash planted and where I have to dig some new beds is underwater right now because we just had a big monsoon. That's where we're at. Hopefully we'll be getting some tomatoes real soon, and I'll get organized and dig up some more areas and expand the garden. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.